What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. This time I'm reviewing The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants on the NES by Acclaim. And this is pretty much the first Simpsons game to be released on the NES, and it was also released on other consoles like Sega Genesis, Game Gear, Sega Master System, Amiga, Atari, and other different consoles. But I'm going to review the NES version, and I do believe that the other versions will have the same like plot and stuff. But I'll move on. Now the plot pretty much involved Bart finding out that the space mutants are trying to take over the world by making this ultimate weapon, you know what I'm saying? And he's on a mission to stop them, but it's not really shown how Bart even found out that the space mutants are even doing this. And it didn't show the FBI telling them or anything like that, so it's really like open up to interpretation how he found out. But anyway, the game really consists of 5 levels that are the streets of Springfield Mall, Krusty Land Amusement Park, the Springfield Museum of Natural History, and the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant. Now the regular enemies that's in each stage consist of are just made up for the game, and they don't come from the Simpsons universe or pretty much the Simpsons cartoon show. But the only characters that's in the game from the show are like Homer, Lisa, Marge, and Maggie, and the bosses too, which are 4. You know what I'm saying? The Bully Nelson, Dr. Marvin Monroe, Miss Blotz, and Sideshow Bob. But other than that, it really has no connection with the Simpsons outside the characters and the title of the game. And you do get like different items like donuts, keys, magnets, coins, and you do use the coins to buy different weapons like cherry bombs and stuff like that. But I honestly think they're not that useful. You know what I'm saying? The missions do vary from stage to stage. Like the space mutants want to use any purple colored items to build their ultimate weapon. So Bart's mission is to either cover the purple colored items up with sheets or just spray paint them red. And it really depends on the item itself. So the missions are, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like weird like that. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be necessary. It would be good for like an episode of the Halloween episodes, but regular episodes, nah. Now, as far as the graphics is concerned, it's pretty bad, and it hasn't aged well since it was released. You know what I'm saying? And the level design is like mediocre at best. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to really like write home about. You know. But the gameplay, it's okay. The jumping is pretty decent, but like the weapons are not really all that useful depending on the weapons that you're holding. You know what I'm saying? But the gameplay just didn't set any standards on for any Simpsons game that were released after this particular game. And now the soundtrack is pretty much an 8-bit rendition of the Simpsons theme, but it's not a good 8-bit rendition. I wouldn't mind the fact that it looped, if it was if the Simpsons thing was done better for on this game, you know what I'm saying? That else, it's just that it's just bad, you know. Now, I would really recommend this game to YouTubers who do like video game walkthroughs of video games or let's plays on their YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much unlikely that anybody who is a NES owner or retro gamer or fan of the Simpsons cartoon will really like enjoy this game. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say the difficulty in a way doesn't help much either. In that Bart don't have a health meter or anything like that. It would have helped if Bart actually had a health meter in the game. But overall, the Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants is a mediocre game, and I would say stick with as far as other games that were released on the NES by Acclaim. I would say stick with games like the Resistance of Warriors trilogy and Tiger Heli. Now, as far as the score is concerned, I would definitely give it a 4 out of 10 because that's I really can't find a lot of redeeming qualities in this game. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, if you played Bart versus the Space Mutants, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you like my review of Bart versus the Space Mutants on the NES, you can mention it. You can don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.